Alright, this should hopefully be working. We're gonna see. Well, I told you guys I was gonna come back and build this saloon from this template, so here I am. And I'm hoping that I can get this done quick, fast, and in a hurry. Now, I have already started, as you guys saw last time. I did a little more work before I realized, oh wait, I'm supposed to be streaming this. So, let's see where it's going to stop me at, because I don't have everything on me that I'm going to need for this right now. I know this. So I need to go and pull all of my wonderful building materials out that I have stashed somewhere around about in here. And we'll be making stuff as we go along. We know we're going to need those. We're going to need probably some more of those. But those are more than likely going to be not usable. We'll see. We're just going to pull everything out at this point that I can carry till it decides it's going to stop me. And we're going to go back out and we're going to see what else we're going to need after this. We'll go back over here, auto build this, and I don't know how well this is going to work. Probably do have to bring the Anki out to clear some rocks and stuff that I have neglected to deal with at this point. Because I just wanted to get it done, to be honest. Let's just build in what we got before it stops me again, because I know I'm going to have to go in and clear some rocks out. Which will be a job for my trusty little ankylosaur. It can take a while to build. Even with the auto builder. So, and of course, like I said, I'm going to have to go in and deal with some of this stuff. Some of this stuff will not place down because of the rocks, or it could just be because I have it too far into the ground. I don't know at this point. I know most of it is going to be the rocks, but these right here are going to more than likely be because they are too far into the ground. We'll see. So for those of you that do not do well at building, such as myself, these sim plates really do make a difference. So, yeah. Alright, let's pop out and go grab the Anki to deal with this other stuff and see where we're standing at as we get all this wonderful stuff in. And what else we are going to need to complete this build. So let me go here. He's going to be around here somewhere. Exactly where, I'm not sure. So let's see if we can't find him. Too many dinos. These are all babies. Okay, that is not my lucky. There's my lucky. Yeah, got things going on. Alright, Anki. There we go. Let's get down to business. Let's start clearing these rocks out. Yeah, those might not fit in because it's just simply the fact that there is a lot. It is kind of halfway down in the ground. That's okay. I'm not too concerned with a lot of it, but you know, really should have went in with him beforehand and did all this and took care of all this, but you know. It's my mistake, so don't make my mistakes, folks. Because if there's any rocks up underneath here that I can't get at, this will not build. And I will definitely have to deal with stuff. Alright, let's head back in and see if it's going to keep building here. Still saying it can't place a foundation. So, Alright, let's see if we have an issue going on in here with... Well, all that seemed to have placed wonderfully. I'm not seeing. Yeah, it's going to come down here and it's going to give me this problem. So, what we'll do here, because it's not going to let me do this that way, so maybe I can. Oh, well, Okay, so here's what's going to happen with this one. Since it won't let me do this, I'll deal with fixing all that later. What I'm going to do is we're going to go back in here. And it's still going to be, so we're going to go in and we're going to go over one and we're going to disable this entry here. Okay, it's going to look a little shoddy, granted, we'll get it. I'll fix it later if I ever decide to fix it, because I don't know, I kind of like that. Now, that should have fixed that problem. Now, go back over and we auto build. No, auto build aborted. So that means we're going to need more situations here. What do we got here? What do I still have up? We have the hatch frames, the foundations, which we probably won't need more of. Sloped walls, doorways. Looks to me like we are going to definitely need some more quarter wall and railings. Yeah, we got here ceiling hatch frames. We need 16 of those. We got plenty of those. So it's probably going to end up being this quarter wall railing at this point. So a lot of these builds use a lot of the quarter wall and railing, which is quite annoying sometimes. So, so we're going to go over here real quick. Bring that up in case anybody decides they're going to talk while I'm doing this, because I cannot the overlay on my. For some reason I don't want to do an overlay ever. I have to go in and fix all that fun, happy mess. But okay, so we need to go over here because I made a boo boo. I did. I made a very big, very bad. Do we have these quarter and triangle ceilings? No, we don't. So we're going to want to make, we'll make about 5 of these. 10 of those. Just in case we need some pillars. We might still need, looks like we needed some more. These are going to be big ones. Now, it's going to take a minute now because I made a mistake of pretty much grinding down my replicator at this point. I'm not entirely sure why he don't want to play. This game's been quite, screwy lately. Let's put it that way. Would be the easiest way to say it. We don't need those. We are going to need those. I can split those down and take about half of those with me. Okay, so we need... Hey, we got way too many ceiling hatch frames here. There we go. And take that out too. Just gonna make you over here on this now. It's a lot faster if you use the replicator, folks. I'll tell you that now. But where I messed up, I'm constantly messing up on something over here. Even with the template, I still mess up. Alright, let's head back over here and see what we can get built on this run. Probably still going to need a whole metric frac ton more of the railings, but we'll see. Probably going to need a lot more pillars too than what I think I have, but we'll see. And we are aborted again. Let me see. Bet you it says metal quarter walls. Of course it would be. Of course it would be. Always with the metal quarter walls and railings. Always with the metal quarter wall and railings. I'm not sure why I got all that over here. Okay, let's see if we have anything over here. Alright, we need to go over. Put this in here for the temporary services. Till I go make my replicator again. And these large metal walls, we really don't need these over here. Alright. turn that off temporarily. I'm going to come over here and we're going to grab these quarter wall railings. And while that works, we're going to go over here and we're going to continue, hopefully, to build. Hopefully. Probably won't get far, though. Like I said, won't get far. As you can see, it is coming together, though. Alright, let's take a look real fast, folks, and see what we need here. Okay, ceiling hatch frames. We got those. Sorry, folks. Doors and windows. We got those. Should have at least 44 pillars. Are we out of pillars? It looks like we are out of pillars. Oh. Let's see here. Definitely going to need to make some more pillars. So let's pull those down. I may have some more pillars somewhere around here. Let me see here what we got going on here. Walls and hatch frames. I got way too many hatch frames for this build. A lot of it's going to end up ground back down, more than likely. Nothing there. I got building material everywhere where I've been moving the base and making a new one. And oh, wonderful. What we got over here? We got large walls, metal gate. We'll take those two with us just in case. We may need those two. We need those doors. Alright, so at this point, it's pretty much just waiting on all this mess over here. Alright, for the sake of just getting to move along here. And while that makes, we're going to go over here and see what else we can work with. But it doesn't look like it's going to be very much work is going to get done because, yeah. And there we are again. So what did we use this time? Yep, quarter wall railing as freaking usual. Oh no, wait, we still got 14 of those. Hey! Looks to be we need some pillars. I think we should almost be done. Debating. Let's just go see what this does with the last of these pillars and see if it gets it done. More than likely not. I'm probably going to have to make some more quarter wall railing situation because it loves the quarter wall railings. Uh-oh. We run out of... Nope, we didn't. Okay. Not a quarter wall railing. Quarter triangle. Alright, well, I think I know what that is. Could be the quarter triangle foundations again, but well, we'll see. Kind of hard to build sometimes when it cuts off part of what you need, so we're gonna make 5 of those. And 5 more of those. We might need some roof ramp stairs there. Hey, we got some sloped walls still over there, so... Do I have those? Maybe not. We'll throw 5, 10 of those in there. See what we get. Alright, let's go see if we can make any more headway on this. For the most part, it is almost done. It's like 84% at this point, and we are just rolling along. I don't think I have enough to get it completed this run neither. Alright, so what are we looking at here? What are you? I'm not even sure what you are, or even if you're going to be worth me messing with at this point. But it does look to me definitely going to need more ramps. I think about 10 more ramps. We'll see how this works out. How many more quarter wall, really? Yeah, we got 15 of those. It should not take 15. I don't think. I'm hoping anyway. To finish this out. Got 5 more of those. You have pillars. And what are you? Whittled away, wall, ceiling. Okay. Whew. Oh, hold on. Now, honestly, at this point, I think we can go with this. Looks to be, uh, more ramps! Yay! Oh, what a pain in my rump this build is. Well, it's not necessarily the build, it's the entire idea that I have for this area now. And I wanted to come back, like I said I was going to, and get this part done today. Well, was today. It was yesterday. And I fell asleep. So, happens to the best of us, I guess. Getting old is no joke, folks. None whatsoever. Alright, let's see if this is going to do it. It should, hopefully. But I have been wrong before. I'm probably wrong again. Knowing my luck, that's just the way it goes. We're going to continue building here and see what we get. And what are we looking at here? What are we missing? Small print and old age do not go together. Roof, ramp, stairs. Okay, so I need 3 more of those. Triangle quarter wall. Alright, looks like I'm going to need about 3 more ramps and I don't figure out which triangle quarter wall that they're yapping about because at this point I have no clue because it cuts off. Oh, let's see here. Quarter and triangle ceiling. I'll make 5 of those just in case. That is what it needs. I'm not sure. I don't think it is. But we'll make some of them anyway. I always make way too much stuff that I don't need, unfortunately. A lot of it ends up ground, and I don't get half of what I get back. This is not fair. It's fair. You're just a dumbass. Okay, I am. Alright, hopefully we have enough here now to get this done. I don't know. We'll see. Switch it to auto. Some of it I don't think is going to place, and I think this is good really the way that it is at the moment. But, you know. And yet again, what are we looking at here? What are we missing here? Looks. Roof ramp stairs, which I have here. Why are you not? Ah. Alright, let's see here. Alright, you know what? For the most part, I believe it's good. What we're going to do is we're going to go in and we're going to disable that entry there. I have to go back here because obviously these are too far down in the ground to do anything. We're going to disable those. We can still get up here just fine. And it looks to me to be pretty well done at 98%. 305 pieces. Everything looks good of what is needed. So I'm going to call this and we're going to go over and we're going to complete it. Okay. Now, it's going to say you can add skins. Now, I have not had very much luck with doing these skins. And that's because sometimes, let's see if it works this time. If not, I'm going to have to go in and skin the whole thing myself, which looks to be the problem. So like I said, sometimes these skins are just the CKF ones have a paid tier, and it's not easy to find the right one unless you've gotten the whole thing, all of them unlocked. But they're good for free ones. The free ones are definitely good. I do definitely like the free ones that came with this, so they are definitely a skin worth getting. It's just when you're not going to when you're going to skin the entire thing in it, it does run into a problem. Uh, figuring out which of the skin is usable at this point. So we're going to go in and we're going to do all this fun stuff. Well, might as well deal with these while we're up here, huh? I'm not sure I'm going to like that. We'll see what it looks like when I'm done. Because really trying to just get everything as... Oh, wait. I know what I want for that. Never mind. We're going to go back here in a second. These railings are not the proper railings for what I want. So, yeah, we're going to go back and we're going to switch these out. And we want this one, actually, for the railing. Ends up being these guys here. As you can see, big difference. Big difference in the aesthetic part if you use these. And of course we want to use that for these two. And the roof, oh Lord. Yeah, we want to do the roof in this as well. Gets a little hairy. We'll get it. We'll get her done. Okay, these are fine. These are fine. These are fine. These are fine. I don't know why. Well, to a point, I do know why. But for the most part, big difference in railings here. Can we jump still? No, we're still banned from jumping because I'm overloaded. Go figure. Oh, we need to fix these rails. Oh, really? Well, let's go back to this. Switch off to that. Hit that rail there. Alright, so we'll go back to this one now. My plan here is to build an entire medieval town. Now, I why does it just have two random? Oh, I see. Well, and I don't like that one for that, so let's go back over. I'll fix that. Actually, I could probably fix that right now. Yeah, why are you gonna put 2/4? Uh, See, sometimes some of these builds don't make sense. You know, when you could have went that way right there and saved a whole bunch more material in terms of. So sometimes you do have to finagle with these uh, builds. The templates are not absolutely perfect, which is okay. I'm not the one making them, and I'm glad I'm not because I couldn't. Everything I'd make would end up being a box. So, let's see here. Let's switch off to the railings. Ooh, whoops, that was a misclick. I'll fix that later. I actually think I like the beam on this better than the other beam that we were using. As far as the metal parts go, anyway. Yeah, that looks better. I have to go back down and fix that. Do do. Yeah, 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 yeah. See, that's where I messed up. Definitely figured that out, huh? And that's why I had to go out. So if you don't have it placed exactly right, folks, it will do some stuff as far as build goes. You may have to do what I did, go in and disable a couple build points because you messed up. And I really did not want to pull this all back up and redo it. So I was being lazy. So don't be me, folks. It's a lot of railing. A lot of railing on this. A lot of railing. Alright, so we got this done. Those are done. Alright, now let's go back to doing this part of the situation. Oh, wait, you should be. You. know. Nah, I think I still like the steampunk on that. Oh, wow. Yeah, I really like the steampunk on the big beams. I'm gonna go back and fix those too. Seems like I just went through and did all this. And why it's doing what it's doing right now, I no clue, but okay, so let's go back to this. Actually, let's try something on this one. Ooh. No, not quite right. It does look good, but no. We're not gonna sit here and whoopsie. Go and go back to this one. Okay, alright. This looks like it is. Why do you look like that? You should not look like that. Go. Alright, so let's go inside. And get down to business here. We are definitely steampunking this. Alright, so this all. Wait, nope, nope. No. No, these ceilings. I hope I'm on the right one. We can do these ceilings up real quick up here while we're up here and get them knocked out too. I don't know how that's going to look on top. I may have to go in and fix some of this because the way they got this, it may not come out the way I want it to look on top. We'll see. Alright, now we are back to doing this. Oh, let's get her done, folks. Shall we? We're gonna get it done. Get her done, get her done. Get it done. Alright. Looks like everything is done. Maybe. I'm not entirely sure yet. We're going to have to forget about that for the moment. I just don't think I like that ramp. I don't like it. I like that one better. And it's not even a ramp they put in there. I fixed that, actually. It was one of my little tweaks to the situation. But I don't know. We're going to see. We're going to go up and we're going to take a look. Actually, I don't think I mind that as much as it, Alright, I see a couple places that still need to be dealt with. Okay. But other than that, folks, there is the saloon at this point. So let's, yeah, looks decent enough, I guess. Whoops, just popped myself right off the side, didn't I? Is there even a way up here? Why would you even... What is the point of having all this little space up here, okay? And not able to... Makes no sense. Okay. Don't make no sense, but okay, it's fine. We're going to continue on with that. I have a feeling I'm gonna have to put a door up here to get up here. If I decide to do with this what I'm thinking I'm going to do with this, because there is no way up there. What in the point of having that there with no access to it? Okay. I said these templates are not always perfect. So you don't always manage to get it the exact way that you want it to look. Oh, who wants to die? Yeah, I'll knock your ass out first. And then I'll just beat the fuck out you. You know what? I think my dread needs a snack. Well, the saloon is now done. Build-wise, I have not gone in and done any decorations or anything yet. We'll get around to that eventually. However, there is a skin that I want to look at real quick. And it is over here on this CKF skin. There is a water wheel. And I'm wondering if by chance where this water wheel will fit. If it will fit. If it will go where I want it to go. This whole pub is now going to be turned into a water wheel pub. And that's assuming I can get it to... Alright, that's too far up. But if I take... Let's just say we take up this foundation. Okay. Just for curiosity here. And we put, oh, alright, why are you not working? What is your malfunction here? Okay, well, I'll understand why. You don't want to work there. Alright, we're about to do something I probably should not do, just so you know it. I'm wondering if maybe now see, it works with, I really don't understand why. Haha! Now, let's see if it's going to work now. Yes! And look, we has a water wheel. Although it is halfway in the ground water wheel, but it is there. Well now, that might work better if I do move it up, but I don't know. I mean, that water wheel, if I put it up there, he's just too high. If I put it up there, he's too low. So, yeah. Alright, well, the water wheel's just gonna have to stay where it's at then, I guess. Not the best, but it does work. I may go in and fix all that later, but yeah, not right now. I'm not doing it right now. Alright, so let's get back to the CKF. Now, with this CKF, let me explain something real quickly here. All these in yellow and red, you cannot use unless you get the paid version, okay? All the ones that are blue, you can use, okay? Use all that. All that blue stuff. You use all that. Any of them that's blue. And they're basically pretty much the same, I would think. So I don't really see a point in actually paying for the same stuff. But I figure they might be a different design mode or something. Might look a little different, might look a little better. So it might be worth buying. I may buy it. I don't know. I haven't made up my mind yet. It should be steampunk. That should not be what that is. In any case, believe we can call this done, folks. Till I decide what else I'm going to do with this. This will be the little saloon that we're going to have. to go with the wine or the beer holding, place, which is over here. Now, guys, this is supposed to have been a stable. I will tell you that if you watched my last video before we came in to do this. This was supposed to have been a stable, okay? Well, didn't like it as a stable. I'm not saying it's not a good place, not a good stable. Wouldn't be good for stables. Very nice. Would be good for breeding or just raising babies in, okay? And we'll build another one for that purpose. But this one ended up being the barrel place. Now, this particular building, this stable here is actually, now that the other one's completed, I can kind of go in and show you guys. This would be in your featured section at the moment. And it is this rustic dino stable all the way down here. Alright. That is what this building is. Now you can tinker with this building. It doesn't have to be a stable. As you can see, mine didn't turn into a stable. The next one will. I will build another one, folks. This ended up being for the brewery, for all the brewery stuff for the saloon to store their barrels in. Technically, yeah, I know, it should be underneath in a sub-cellar. At the saloon. Granted. Duly noted. And I may end up doing that. I may end up getting the underground vault. And doing just that. Over here. Which reminds me, did I ever take that, Ingram? Yeah. I've done lost my mind over here on this build. No, not that vault. There's like an underground bunker. The bunker, that's what it is. That's what I'm thinking about, is that underground bunker. Or I could be getting my Fallout and stuff mixed up here. Ah, the tech bunker. So I could very easily take, if I decided to do so, this tech bunker and probably put it underneath this and make a cellar in it. Do I want to? I don't know yet. I might. At this point, I might. It's one of those situations of, do I want to take this whole thing up to put the bunker in, to put the cellar underneath of it for the beer? Nope, I don't think I do. I don't think I do, folks. I really do not. Alright, let's pull the Anki in, because Anki has done his work here for this particular situation. So, now what am I wanting to build? I want to build a windmill. Now, I really do want to build a windmill. But the thing is, in all honesty, I could do the Astraeos skin, which I think I still have over here, that does, you put a foundation down, you put your electric windmill, and it skins it to look like a windmill, which would probably go very well with this build. But I'm gonna be stubborn, folks. As per usual, I'm going to do something I probably should not do. And try and make the windmill myself. Yeah, this is going to get ugly. Yeah, it's going to get ugly before the end of it. So we're going to just kind of quickly. We're going to make a very short windmill. We're going to test this idea that I have. It will be just a dead space area, pretty much. Now, according to this, let's go ahead and do these. It's a very short, stout windmill at this point because I'm just kind of testing here. So we're gonna do this while we're on stream here, just to see. Okay, so we have that. Okay, now I believe if I maybe. Whoops, already messing up. See what I'm doing here? This is not acceptable. I need to kind of. I don't even know why I'm trying to do it that way, to be honest with you. I no clue. But I just kind of felt like maybe. And to be honest, I'm not sure. Maybe if I do it that way instead. Let's just pull this wall back up for a second. No. Alright, at this point, I don't even think the sloped walls are a good idea here. Might be able to do something here. Hey! Well, I'm learning something. This is definitely not going to be a perfect idea for a windmill, but, not a bad little idea, I guess. It could be worse. Alright, let's go ahead and put this wall back in because I think that's going to kind of be key to me being able that's going to be not right. Oh, this is so not right. Okay, just for the sheer idea that I have here. Okay. I just I just want to see. I will build a windmill, but ah, okay, I see how that works. It's not like the best idea, but it does kind of work if you do it right. So let's. Okay, so now build pieces are weird, but okay. Um, we're just going to pull all that up. Pull all that up. Alright, so we're going to come back. I want to build this windmill at some given point, folks. I don't think I'm going to get to it tonight because I have to go to bed. I have a doctor's appointment in the morning. More like a dental appointment. You know, all that fun stuff that us adults have to do. So, yeah, we're just gonna... Okay, just curiosity now. Just curiosity. Okay, so that is actually a big piece there. Alright, so let's put in some regular things. I'm curious. Well, it will work. It's going to have to be up higher, of course. I think I'm going to move that entire thing, though, all the way over to the other side there. Okay. Well, now we know that that works. And what it looks like. So, yay, I'm going to make a windmill next. Not tonight. No windmills tonight. No windmills tonight. But there will be a windmill eventually. So my little town, my little kingdom, is coming along nicely. I like it. Let's go back in here. Shut that down. And go back down here. Lord knows where he's wandered off to stupidly doing whatever. Down here in left field. Probably running around in circles. Tends to do that a bit. Dude, what are you doing outside the building? Oh, this idiotic robot, I swear. Oh my. This robot is a pain in my rump. got plenty enough room, okay, to get to that. No problem whatsoever. But he decides he wants to be stupid. Does anybody else have robot problems like I does? I mean, my friend thinks I might have a little bit of a convoluted base. But, it's a lot smaller than the last one now. Alright, so just for... We're going to get rid of all that. We're not going to need... Nope. We are keeping you out, sir. This will give him a little something more to do. There we go. All that wonderful crap back now. Now let's get his Badinsky back in here.
At least most of me made it back. Oh, wait, no. Checking.
Now, don't go outside the house. It's dangerous out there. You done died once. Yeah, he died yesterday. Matter of fact. He died yesterday because while I was working on this build here, I left the roof hatch open, and an Archie got in, and, well, he was either outside or inside. All I'm going to say is he was probably inside. Yes, I need obsidian, like, yeah, a lot of it. But for the most part, he does pretty well here. And now that the greenhouse is kind of attached compared to where it wasn't attached at the original site, he does do a little better, but he still goes stupid. Like these, he should be able to get to these easy. You don't need to go outside for that. Alright, so folks, with this, now that the saloon is done, I am going to end this, and I will see you guys another time. That is a quick run through of the template hammer and building the saloon. So like I said, those templates are not always exact. It also depends on where you place. So if you run into problems, you'll figure it out. I'm sure you will. Like seeing I had to go in and delete a couple things because it was too far down. Fair enough. So pay attention to when you're placing with those template hammers because it can get kind of finicky about placing if it's not placed high enough up for everything to go in. So I will see you folks later. Bye.